If you were to walk the halls of a high school, it's a phrase you'll hear everyone saying to convince their friends to do something. Everyone's doing it. This phrase is used as a form of peer pressure, and teens are getting into it, whether it be to go and get a tattoo, to go and get a new piercing, to cheat on a test, to lie to your parents, to sneak out, and even drinking. Underage drinking is an issue without a clear path of corrective action. Alcohol is the most abused substance in American youth. It has a negative impact on their physical, emotional, and mental health. Teenagers' brains are not fully developed, and so they don't understand the harmful effects that alcohol and underage drinking have on them. Alcohol is a drug. It acts as a depressant to the central nervous system in high doses, and it acts as a stimulant in small doses, such as feelings of euphoria and talkativeness. But drinking too much can lead to drowsiness, respiratory distress, coma, and even death. Most people drink in a social setting. They drink when they come home from work or after a long, stressful day. But too much alcohol can cause them to act silly and cause harmful effects on the body. Some of the short-term effects of drinking are impaired speech, increased drowsiness, vomiting, diarrhea, headache. It causes an effect on judgment and can impair that. It causes an effect on coordination and can even cause blackouts. Alcohol slows down vital body functions, resulting in slurred speech, unsteady movement, disturbed perceptions, inability to react quickly, and distorts someone's judgment. Alcohol overdose causes even more extreme effects: inability to feel pain, toxicity where the body will vomit out the poison, unconsciousness, coma, and even death. Some of the long-term effects of alcohol are unintentional injuries. Unintentional injuries are a car crash, a fall, a burn that results from too much alcohol, or even drowning. Some other effects are intentional if you choose to participate in these activities while you're drinking, such as sexual assault, domestic violence, a car crash. Excessive alcohol use affects the family. It can cause alcohol poisoning, which can result in high blood pressure, cirrhosis of the liver, which would require a transplant, stomach ulcers, and even cancer of the throat and mouth. Drivers under the age of 21 represent 10% of the licensed drivers on the road, and 17% of these drivers are responsible for alcohol-related crashes. Approximately 2,000 underage drinkers die each year behind the wheel. Alcohol is a factor in 1/3 of teenage auto fatalities. Underage drinkers are more reckless and are less likely to be wearing a seatbelt. 74% of underage drinkers that died in an alcohol-related crash were unrestrained at the point of impact. According to the 2015 Risk Behavior Survey, they found that among high school students within the last 30 days, that 33% of students had drank some sort of alcohol, 18% had participated in some sort of binge drinking, 8% had been drinking and decided to drive, and 20% decided to ride with someone who had been drinking. Students and teenagers who participate in underage drinking are more likely to experience problems in school, such as they miss school because of the drinking, or their grades will be affected. They have social problems such as fighting with friends and even family. They can find themselves in legal situations from the underage drinking. They are more likely to have unplanned pregnancies, and underage drinking disrupts growth and development in the teenage brain. It also affects suicide rates, and it causes it to go up. It affects the car crash rate because teenagers decide to drink and drive, and underage drinking is shown directly to be linked to drinking or participating in other drugs and activities, and can even affect death. More and more teens are participating in drinking. It's the most abused substance in America. In 2007, teenage drunk driving killed 1,393 people, nearly 4 deaths every day of the year. Drivers driving under the influence of alcohol are 11 times more likely to cause a crash of some sorts. As adults in America, it's our responsibility to help prevent underage drinking. Well, we can do that. We can be a role model to students. We can be a positive influence in their life. We can be responsible with our drinking habits, and if we decide to drink, we need to warn children the effects of underage drinking, and if we decide to keep alcohol in the house, we need to set clear rules and make sure children know that the alcohol is off limits. The schools and community need to play an active part in preventing underage drinking by having programs set up for students and parents. We need to be involved in our children's lives and support them. They need to feel comfortable to talk to us. We need to set clear rules so that they know that if they go to a party where alcohol is involved, that we want them to call us and we'll come pick them up. And we also need to encourage extracurricular activities. Children that participate in extracurricular activities are less likely to drink, and hopefully that can help prevent future car crashes and problems. Turn it off now.